everyone and welcome to my end of the year book tag. This is the second time I've filmed this video, so just ignore the state of me right now because I've also just been trying to buy Wakanda Forever tickets and it was like trying to buy a concert ticket, aka stressful, but we're going with it because I need to get this video filmed and edited and uploaded today, so we're just going with it. So question number one is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Apart from Sandman audiobook volume 1, no, because that one I started in the middle of like September or like towards the end of September and just ran out of time to finish it, so I'm quickly sort of hastily trying to finish it now so I can go on to My Heart is a Chainsaw. But apart from that, no, generally I start and finish books in the same month, and if I do not finish them it is because I've DNF'd them and I just am not interested in finishing them. So if this was about series I need to finish before the end of the year, that would be an entirely different video and an entirely different answer because there's many of those, but in terms of actual like physical single books, the only one I can think of is Sandman. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? No, because I don't really do that. I literally just go from reading sci-fi fantasy throughout the rest of the year. It gets to October and I go spooky, and it literally just goes. It's like a switch gets flicked in my brain and I go right spooky, and I just remain in that kind of thing throughout October, November and a bit of December as well, so I don't really sort of like transition into spooky autumnal reads. I just go for it, so no, not really. Question number 3 is there any new release you're still waiting for? Yes, Spacebound by Tom Fletcher, that is out on the 10th of October I think, so I'm still waiting on that one, and I've also got Bloodmarked, which is the sequel to Legendborn, and if there's anything else it'll be a nice surprise when it arrives at my door because I can't remember any other new release. Oh wait, Demon at the Edge of the Woods, or whatever it's called, the Darkling comic prequel thingy. I've also got that one on pre-order. Those are the only 3 I can think of at the moment. I'm sure there's others, but those are the 3 I can think of right at this moment. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Aside from Spacebound and Bloodmarked that I've just mentioned, and aside from absolutely everything on my October TBR, I'll quickly refer to my reading journal because I have whole pages set up to this. I've just got to quickly flick through and find them in amongst all of my readathon stuff and everything else because I did do a page dedicated to this. I should probably put a bookmark in this at some point where it is. Right, there we go. So, the only other thing I've got to read on this list is The Infinity Courts by Akemi Dawn Bowman. Apart from that, I'd quite like to read Queen of Air and Darkness as well, so I can round out that Dark Artifices. Yes, Dark Artifices series in the Shadowhunter universe. I'd quite like to read another Discworld book. What have I got under series as well? No, I think that's about it actually. I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm going to say Discworld, obviously Shadowhunters, Queen of Air and Darkness, maybe another Fables, and Infinity Courts. And apart from that, nothing really. And now my camera battery's flashing me, so I'm going to have to hurry up. Question number 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Maybe Bloodmarked, maybe Spacebound, because Spacebound, sorry, because that is a Tom Fletcher book and I'm always biased towards those ones. And it's also going to include new McFly songs. Technically, they perform the songs from the book as not McFly, but same point. So maybe that one. Maybe Only Ashes Remain. Maybe that Darkling book if I read that one. I mean, there's a couple that could manage it. Maybe Something Is Killing the Children because I enjoyed that series so much. Yeah, there are a couple of options. Final Girls by Myra Grant, that's probably up there as well. So there's a couple, but we'll see. We'll definitely have to see. Only time will tell. And finally, question number 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for 2023? First of all, that doesn't sound like a real year. That sounds like that should be a far-flung year in some sci-fi world, but it's only 3 months off, which is scaring me. As for actual reading plans, I've got another read-along planned with the rest of my co-hosts for the Dead Famous read-along, so keep an eye out for that. I'm also going to be reading the next trilogy in the Immortal Instruments series as well. I've obviously got all the Marvel stuff planned out as well in my head, so whenever new movie or TV show is releasing, I'll be reading about that specific character. So look out for all of those vlogs. I've probably got a whole load of other things in my head as well. I've started earmarking a couple of books that I'm thinking, yeah, I want to tackle that series next year, but apart from that, I'm sort of leaving all of that stuff till December, so then I know exactly what I've read this year and what I need to focus on next year. But there's a couple of plans bubbling away in my head, and I'm also planning some upgrades as well to TBR Assemble as well while I'm at it. And that is the end of the year book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Despite its rushing, I apologise for that. It's just the second time I filmed this one, and also my camera is dying on me, so I need to hurry this up and wrap it up quickly. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me a book you're planning on reading before the end of the year. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a calendar related emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which is going to have a ton of stuff coming up over the next year or so of everybody I've just mentioned, along with a whole lot of other stuff if you're interested in that. I'll also leave a link as well down below to my Etsy and Redbubble store, which sells bookish merch if you're interested in that. Or if you just want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!